Hey YouTube, Zeramus here, and I'm coming to you guys with the Inzektor deck profile that you have all been waiting for. I've been testing this deck quite a bit. Losing Sangan really hurt the deck. I mean, Sangan with Call the Haunted is just stupid. Like, you'd basically just open a tour guide, go Sangan, you know, do a Leviathan, detach it, and then you would honestly just like set two Call the Haunters, you know, set a Call the Haunted, something like that. You'd set a Call the Haunted. The MST, you chain, you grab your Hornet, you grab your Dragonfly, whatever. It was just like super search power. You grab Card Trooper. It didn't matter. You grab Maxi, like whatever you're running, you could grab it. And I think we all like, everyone kind of took Sangan for granted. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, Sangan's not the problem. Tour Guide's the problem. Sangan was the problem. I mean, so many decks were just like basically putting in two Tour Guide into Sangan just so they could search out their main power cards. Rabbit. Wind-ups, you know, whatever. Like, it was just ridiculous. And losing Sangan really hurt the deck. And it hurt Inzektors a lot as well. So I'm running some kind of other alternatives now. The deck's slowed down a little bit because of it. It's still really good. I'm testing on DN, and it's beating like Fire. It's really good Fire Fist matchup, but it's beating Fire Fist. It's beating, you know, Mermail every once in a while. Haven't really played in the new OCG decks because I don't play OCG, but yeah, it's just testing really good. It's got a really good Prophecy matchup as well. So, I mean, the deck's still good. I'm not playing Thunder King. I don't have Card Ds. I just don't like Thunder King because I feel like it wastes my normal summon, and I don't have the proper protection for him. I mean, a Thunder King by itself can be really good, but, I mean, the card's just like, sometimes it's really good, other times it's really bad. Against Fire Fist, they can just summon the 2000 guy, Gene Warp Warwolf, run it over. Mermails, they can just do a, you know, Undyne, Gen X Undyne, or sorry, they can't do Undyne, what's he called, Deep Sea Diva, and then they just 1-for-1 off of it. Or they can do a Megalo, or they can do an Abystius, and then they just, you know, get it +1 off of it. And it's just not, I don't know, it's just not that good. So, I don't know, I honestly feel like Thunder King's too slow for the deck, that's why I'm not running it right now. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get on the deck profile here. Monster lineup's shrunk a little bit, but it's still, you know, you're still running those important cards. One Dark Arm Dragon, without Tour Guide, you can't drop him as well as you used to, but he's still a really great card. You drop this guy, you generally have game, and there's some awesome combos you can do with him and Dragonfly, because of course he can pop any card in the field. So you can pop like a sword equipped to Dragonfly, get a special, add back to hand, just go off with like Giga-Mantis, lots of cool stuff. 3 Centipede. If anybody has Super Centipedes, I am actually interested in getting them. I'm trying to like bling out my decks. I pretty much have all the decks I want now. I'm not interested in any of the new archetypes that are coming out. I really don't like any of them. I think Elemental Dragons are stupid. Prophecy's just retarded. And I like Fire Fist, but Bear's like a freaking $80 card. Like, screw you, Konami. Screw you, inflation. So, anyways, 3 Centipede, it's the searcher of the deck. It's ultimately the heart of the deck. You have to run 3. And the 1 Dragonfly, generally you want to just get this guy off. I actually like this build a lot. I've been testing one card in particular, which I'll get to in the spells, and it's really good because you can just generally go, like, you open a Ladybug in this card, and you can just go first turn Dragonfly into, like, usually I'll go the Ninja, go into Armored Ninja, and you just do that just to give really good field presence. You don't go minus off of it, and then you can add like Hornet or something to your hand, and then you can set Call Haunted and go off next turn. Next card that is a necessity for the deck. I've seen some people dropping this out for more Hoppers. I don't think that's good. 3 Ladybug. It's not huge, obviously. It's not as big as Hopper, but you need it for those first turn plays with Centipede. It just kind of adds the searching consistency. It's also the main card, one of the most important cards of the deck now, because I am running the spell card, which I'll get to. 1 Hornet, you have to run it. 1 Giga-Mantis, you have to run it. I don't like 2 Giga-Mantis. It's good, but it's not necessary. And I mean, with so many people running like D-Prison and stuff now, you know, summoning Ladybug and equipping Giga-Mantis and then just getting 2400 beats and then getting hit by D-Prison, it's not very good. And then also the fact that obviously, you know, Mermails are just going to crash with it. Not that great. So, or they're just going to pop it. Hopper, you do have to run Hopper in this build. Reason being is you'll see. I'll explain it later. There's some cool combos. He's actually good as well. I actually like Hopper. He's just another Inzektor you can special summon, etc. 2-card Trooper, still good. I'm still running the triple Called Haunted. I tried 2, you never saw it. Even with 3, I don't draw Called Haunted enough. But this is just there just for filling the graveyard with some key cards, and obviously it's just 1900 beads. Crashes with Thunder King, which is still going to be a popular card. And it's actually good versus Fire Fist as well, so good card. New card I'm running, and I'm actually really, really liking it and testing. I'm surprised. It's 2 Tragoedia. The deck's, like I said, lost a little bit of speed now, just a teeny bit, more so than it had before. So I had a little bit more stall into it with, obviously, the Threatening Mars I'm going to be running. I think you have to run Threatening Mars in this deck now. It's really good. You always usually have a big hand until you go off, so this just kind of like adds a little bit more protection. Normally I'd be running Max Season here, but I just felt, I like Maxi, but I just felt it wasn't necessary, and I really couldn't find the room for it. There's a couple cards I can cut out, but the 2 cards I'm actually testing right now, I'm really, really liking, and they actually saved me a few games. One of them in particular is really good versus the meta, so. But Tragoedia is awesome. Just XYZ plays, he's big, you can, you run 6s, 4s, 3s, 2s, like everything, and I do run all those different monsters in the extra deck as well, so. Last monster is 1 Reaper. This is the card I was talking about. He's just that last card I decided to throw in. He's really good. He's been like getting in a lot of pokes in there. He's good just for setting him and stalling until I can draw my stuff. He's awesome versus Macro Rabbit. I was playing this Macro Rabbit guy in DM, and he was like, excuse me, he had a Zenmains and a Logia and what do you have? A Sabersaurus. And he thought he was going for game, and I like set this, and he just like attacks, it like goes up, he's like, damn. And I ended up actually winning that match because I just like stalled out with the Reaper. He wasn't drawing anything to kill. He wasn't drawing his lances or anything. And yeah, I just ended up winning. I ended up getting into like I drew a Dark Hole. I Dark Hole, he negated, and then I went off like a Dragonfly Hornet combo or something, and he just couldn't win. So yeah, that's all the monsters. It is 16 monsters this time around. I generally run about 18. But since we lost Tour Guide, you just basically lost 3 cards. So what I ended up doing was basically just took out the 2 Tour Guides and the Sangan, replaced it with Reaper and 2 Tragoedia, and it's testing really well. Next up for spells, just still the 2 Zektcaliber, need it for the OTK. Just a good card to search out. I tried 3 at one point. It's too much, too cloggy, doesn't really do a whole lot, and yeah. Okay, so on to the best card of the deck. Solemn Warning is now at 1, which is also another reason why this deck is really, really good. It's also a bad thing, because, before you'd summon, they'd warn, and you call the Haunted back, and you're like, well, you just paid 2,000 life points for nothing. Insect Imitation. This card is fantastic. Basically what it does is you tribute 1 insect-type monster, and you special summon 1 insect monster from your deck with the level 1 higher than that monster's. So generally what you're going to do is you're going to activate this, and you're going to tribute off, so say you open up, it's just more consistent basically, this just adds a lot of consistency. You tribute off Ladybug, which is level 2, and then you can grab Centipede or you can grab Dragonfly. I usually like to grab Dragonfly just to get in the graveyard right away for Call the Haunted, but sometimes depending on your hand you're going to grab Centipede, and then you just basically bring back the Ladybug, and you just get your search, and you don't go minus off of it, which is awesome. Warning's only at 1 now, so Warning's really the only thing that really hurts this. If they chain Max C to this, you're just going to grab Centipede, they go 1 for 1. If they don't chain Max C, you're going to go Dragonfly, and you're going to, like I say, it basically lets you make a first turn great XYZ play, which is really good. Another cool thing I liked about this as well is if you, say you have this and a Centipede and a Hornet in the graveyard, and they have two monsters that you can't get over. So you're going to go Centipede, you're going to pop, get a search, usually a sword or a Giga-Mantis or something, and then you can play this on the Centipede and special summon Hopper because he's level 4. Now that's why I run Hopper in here as well. And then the Hornet, or the Hopper, is going to equip the Hornet, and he's going to pop the other monster, and then you can equip the sword, and you're in a really good position. With sword, Hopper's also at 25, which is big enough to get over Megalo, which is really powerful. And it's just really, really good. This card is fantastic. I'm not really running control build in this right now. I'm just running you just draw on your OTK combo and you just go off. So I'd highly recommend trying this out. It's a great card. 2 Pot of Duality just for consistency. I'm still running the triple MST, just because, obviously now that Warning's gone, other back rows are going to be a little more pesky. People are starting on Book of Moon again. Compulsory's lost popularity, but Fiendish Chain has gotten really popular, and Fiendish Chain really hurts this deck. So triple MST is even more necessary than it was before. It's also the fact that obviously It's really good versus Mermail and Fire Fist, so I really like triple MST. Even in this, like, game 2 and 3, if this is dead game 1, you're usually going to keep these in, because people are going to be siding in Macrocosmos against you, which obviously can really hurt your deck. So, one Heavy Storm, just so you can go off. I still like Storm. A lot of people are kind of shying away from it, but I think it's really good. Excuse me. One Lance, just because, once again, Phoenix Chain's very popular now. D-Prison's becoming a card again, kind of once before, and Bottomless, of course. Every deck is like running 2 Bottomless now, pretty much. It's so good. But yeah, so you definitely got to run the double Lance. Like, it's just way too good. Or sorry, the 1 Lance. It's just way too good. Foolish Burial just adds consistency. Dumping Hornet, dumping Giga-Mantis, doing your plays, whatever. Reborn, and obviously the Clutch Dark Hole. So that's all the spells. Yeah, try out Insect Imitation. It's freaking sweet. So far, I'm just like, oh man, this card's freaking awesome. Why wasn't I running this card before? It's like, oh, it's Sanguine, but even then, it's stupid. 3 Call the Haunted. I was thinking about dropping this and Threatening Roar down to 2 each, and then just throwing in 2 Phoenix Chains, but it doesn't really do anything for the deck. I mean, triple MST is in the game right now, but a lot of times you're just going to set Threatening Roar, and they're going to like blind MST the Threatening Roar, and you're just going to chain it, and then you're safe, and you can mill more cards with Card Trooper, etc., etc. So pretty much all the back rows are in this deck, except for 4 back rows are chainables. So Call the Hunt is just really good. I mean, we did lose Sanguine, but it's just still too good for, like, set this, you do a Dragonfly play, and then Call the Hunt, bring the Dragonfly back again, do another Dragonfly play, and then your opponent's just like, okay, I lose. It's just like way too good. And as you guys heard me saying multiple times, I'm running 3 Threatening Roars. This helps obviously with your setup. It's really good because a lot of decks will like blow their load basically, hoping to kill you, and then you just like chain Threatening Roar. It's just so good. I mean, a lot of times you're like, oh man, I wish there was a Mirror Force so I could just blow everything up. But I mean, the way I look at it is Mirror Force, D-Prison, people, since 3 MSTs in the game, they're just going to MST it and then go off. And it's the same thing with other back rows as well. Very much so like Phoenix Chain. That's why I don't really like Phoenix Chain in this deck. I like Phoenix Chain in decks that have like a negation monster that can protect their chains. Like Dragoonies have Stardust Dragon, Samurais have Shien, Karkuris have Nichiria Beast. We don't have that luxury, so I just find the Threatening Roar is a lot better. If I had 2 Cards, I would definitely be running them in this build. I'd probably drop out the Reaper and maybe the Lance, or maybe one of the Call the Haunteds. But yeah, it's for right now, since it's kind of a budget Inzektor deck. It's running really well against the meta. 2 Bottomless Trample, like I was saying, staple. And then the Solemn Brigade, or Solemn Duo, I guess now, is 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Warning. I'm used to saying 2 Warning. So that's the deck lineup, guys. I'm not going to show you the extra decks, just typical Inzektors. Like, you're running all the 5s you need. Volcasaurus is out now. If you got it, run it. Gotchi and Phoenix if you got room for those, because you can do like plays with Ladybug. I usually just run Gotchi. I like Phoenix, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But yeah, anyways, other than that, I'll have the deck list down below. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to shoot a comment down below about the deck, or just send me a PM. Generally, comments easier. That way other people can see it too and get a little discussion going. As for likes in this video, I don't really have any more deck profiles to show you guys that I can think of. I've been wanting to put Nordics back together again just for funsies, but I don't have any hamsters at the moment, sadly. But my friend Brennan's probably going to be letting me borrow his Karkuri Geargias, or his Geargia cards. He might even trade them to me, we'll see. Or sell them, possibly, I don't know. I've been wanting to play the deck for a while, so I might do that. I might also do a gadget deck profile for you guys. So, actually, you know what? Let's do gadgets. So let's get this video to 50 likes, and I will have a gadget deck profile for you guys. Other than that, once again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a fantastic day. Peace!